of Football Manager 2014 with Borussia Dortmund. As you can see, I've kind of skipped ahead from where I told you I might. I'm into the new season, 17th of September 2014, and I've got a lot of commentary today and all that, but I just decided to go through the end of last season today, doing a live commentary on the last game, because well, there wasn't much to play for, to be honest, and we finished in 4th, which I suppose wasn't a bad season, but like that we still qualified for the Champions League, albeit in the playoff, but still not bad, but could have been better. As you can see, their Mainz in 2nd, Frankfurt in 3rd. Big surprises there. Schalke down in 7th. Hamburg, Stuttgart and Hanover getting relegated. Now, I thought that was absolutely incredible, considering you've got teams like Augsburg, Braunschweig, Nuremberg, who, I would have thought are much worse teams than these guys, but especially Stuttgart and Hanover, they just had shocking seasons. Anyway, next part is going to be the transfers, and we spent big over the summer. As you can see, we brought in 77 million's worth. We sold 41 million's worth, which was down to a couple of guys in particular. Kevin Grobkreuz going for 15.25 million to Liverpool. Sebastian Kiel went down on a free. He is now gone. He's not a player anymore. Don't know these guys. Lewandowski, of course, has gone on a free. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's gone to Juve for 12 million. Jakub Blazowski's gone to Valencia for 9 million. Eric Durm went to Wolfsburg for 5.25 million. And that was around it. Ji Dong-won went out on loan. He was a guy that came in for us. Yeah, so he's there. This Khaled Nare guy, I don't know where he came in from. I think it was the Dortmund second team tied this deal up, but he's absolutely shit, so I don't really know why they signed him. But anyway, it's come up on my screen, but I didn't actually make that transfer. Anyway, other guys coming in, we've got another couple of youngsters here. Vaclav Dolezal, it was a really good regen, 4.5 star. We only brought him in from Slavia Prague for 47k, which I think is an absolute steal, and he should be good in the future. Andris Amrani for 600k from Feyenoord. As you can see, really improving, which is fantastic to see. 4-star potential for him. And then into the big signings, of which there were, well, 3 or 4. Put in Nemanja Matic on loan from Chelsea. I think is a really good utility player to have. He's been a rotation option so far this season, but he's an excellent player. Gino Peruzzi to fill Kevin Grobkreuz leaving, fill his void. He's always been fantastic on Football Manager for me. 14.25 million, well worth the outlay as well, and he looks a superb player. Timo Werner for 18.5 million from relegated Stuttgart. He's had a decent start to the season. It could have been better, could have been worse, but he's got plenty of potential. He's one of the best youngsters on the game, and it certainly shows. Man, the big one for 44 million, Luke Shaw. And actually, 44 million, you might be saying that's a lot of money for a 19-year-old, but I think I did well, because at first when I opened transfer talks with Southampton, they were either having none of it or they wanted like 120 million. I managed to get him unsettled, and he eventually handed in a transfer request, but it was for 44 million. I didn't have it all up front, but a few clauses and all that, but we all know Luke Shaw. He's just an absolutely stunning player. Absolutely stunning. Anyway, take through the fixtures since the start of the season. We started off the season in the German Cup first round with 5-1 win over Karlsruhe, 3 for Gundogan, 1 for Werner, 1 for Royce. Beat 18-16 Munchen in the first division, 4-1 Royce with 2, Hummels with 2. Drew 0-0 with Braunschweig. Beat FC 20 5-1 in the Champions League best playoff round, first leg. Subotic, Hummels, Gomez, Werner and Royce. Beat Union Berlin 1-0 Gomez. Drew 1-1 with Twente, Timo Werner. Beat Nuremberg 1-0 Marco Reus, and a 0-0 draw with Wolfsburg. So we've got Napoli today in the Champions League, Group G, which we've also got Madrid and Copenhagen, so it's a tough enough group again. In the league, we sit in 3rd, 2 points off Bayern in the early goings. Teams today: Weidenfeller in goal, back for Shaw, Hummels, Subotic and Peruzzi, Sahin and Bender, Royce, Gundogan, Gomez and Werner up front. Here at San Paulo, They've got the likes of Hamsich, Higuain, and top quality players. So I am a bit cautious about this game because they are a very good team, and I don't want to be underestimating them, especially in the Champions League, where kind of anything can happen. You know, last year we were decent in the Champions League. Like, we did okay. We got to the first knockout round. We got out of our group, which I thought was really good because we had a difficult group. At Arsenal and who was the other one? PSG, I think. And Bate as the fourth team, who are decent enough, to be honest. So, like, it was a tough enough group, and to get out of that I thought was good, but as we finished second, like, we were always going to get a worse draw. And we drew City, who were just too good for us. We lost 6-4 on aggregate, I think, which wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great. And I thought after drawing 2-2 at home, we could have done a bit better away from home, but we were 4-0 down early on, and we couldn't. We clawed 2 goals back, but like, it was just too much work for ourselves to set. There's Timo Werner, and that's a second really good chance he's missed in this game. He's been a little sloppy, I have to say. Like, he's been decent, but 8 games, 3 goals, hasn't scored in the league yet in 5 appearances, and considering he's our main man up front, it is a little bit concerning, I have to say. Considering we did have Lewandowski last year, who would just bang him in for fun, so it's a bit of a difference from Robert. But like, it's something that we're just going to have to take on the chin. Like, we were never going to get somebody who was going to bang him in like Lewandowski did, but here he is. God, is that his 3rd missed opportunity today? It is. 3rd clear-cut chance that Timo Werner has missed. And it is now half-time. Not a bad first half, but we're going to take off Timo Werner because I think like, we can't let him kind of shoot his confidence even more. So we're going to bring on Ricardo Zivkovic, the 17-year-old youngster. Like, this is the risk I take, you know, though, with Timo Werner, who's only 19, playing up front as our main man, and kind of Zivkovic is the second man. He's 17, so like, it is risky, but it's a risk I'm taking at the moment because I do think like both of these guys will end up being quality players. It's just a matter of how long will it take. And Royce, I would have expected better from Marco, who's had a good start to the season actually, Marco Royce, because it is a year like this when you lose someone like Lewandowski where you need people like Royce and Gundogan to really step up and kind of show everybody what they're made of. Alongside the new signings, people like Peruzzi, Luke Shaw, need to just step up and be counted, so that they can really, you know, well they're seen as big players, and that we can kind of evolve as a team and not really go around kind of really missing Lewandowski, even though he will be a huge loss for the club. You are shitting me. Completely against the run of play. Their first chance of the whole game, and they've taken it. And it's in the 92nd minute. It's what you have to expect, though. And it's going to be our first loss this year in competitive games. It's going to be our first loss competitively this year. And not a deserved. When you fuck off with that. Completely against the run of play. God, Madrid only drew at Copenhagen. Bloody hell. But, yeah, like, that's what you're to expect, I suppose, when you miss so many opportunities. Like, when you miss 4 clear-cut chances, even if we'd taken one of them, you come away with a 1-1 draw. Like, even though it's disappointing, it's not too bad. But instead, you lose 1-0. Like, for fuck's sake, that's just terrible. And the next live commentary is not going to be any easier because it'll be Real Madrid away from home. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye.